een beetje op in de fase.
Ja. Praktisch. Als het eerste hier ingaat, dan ben je klaar voor de eerste blokket. Ik weet precies waar die is. Uit de beeld. Zo word je weggestuurd, zo word je Ineke, daar is de eerste.
Welkom bij de 16e editie van... Welkom bij de 16e editie van Canalparade, het jaarlijkse hoogtepunt van Canalparade.
Vergeet mij niet.
Oké, Ewout, ik doe straks wel een diepere interview met je hoor. Tot zo.
Love you, Michael voice.
Prachtig uit. Is er nog van de ABBA ook, of niet? Nee.
Party House, 30 euro.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 16th edition of the Amsterdam Gay Pride Canalparade. My name is Michael Dieterich, and I'll be your host internationally as we send this out live via YouTube. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. Lots of thanks to the Afro, Dutch television station, and YouTube for making this possible. We're going to see 80 wonderful boats today. The Afro is filming this to be sent out on several occasions. Number one, it's sent out live on a local station called AT5 here in Amsterdam. Tonight, there'll be a compilation of the entire program sent out on Nederland 3, thanks to the Afro, hosted by the gentleman standing in front of me, Cornel Maas, who is well known as the host of the annual Eurovision Song Contest. We've got 80 boats. Actually, the weather has looked horrible all day long, but it is starting to warm up. I've taken my tie off, and it is going to be a fantastic day. I know I'm not live right now, but I'm just pretending I am, and I hope that the sound booth is having a blast. I love you, baby. Yeah. Hey. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first annual internet outsending, or we're sending out for the very first time, we're showing live the Amsterdam Gay Canalparade Parade. It's the 16th edition, but we're streaming live from Amsterdam on the Prince Welcome to everyone around the world to Amsterdam Live. We're coming to you from the Prinsengracht in beautiful Amsterdam for the 16th edition of the Gay Pride Canal Parade. It's going to be fantastic. We've got 80 boats coming along, and we're looking up in the skies right now. The weather was really bad this morning, but it's getting better and better. I'm sweating here in my beautiful pink suit right now, and we are in for a lovely, lovely day. Right now, the person you see on the screen, that's Cornel Maas, famous from Holland, because he is the annual host of the Eurovision Song Contest, and he'll be presenting. Hello, he's waving to me right now. We're introducing each other. He's going to be presenting the entire program today in Dutch, live on the Afro, and I will be his counterpoint, presenting live on the internet. I'd like to thank the Afro and YouTube for making this possible. Afro, a wonderful television station here in Holland. They'll be showing it today live on AT5, and tonight you can watch it on Nederland 3 if you're listening here in Holland on Nederland 3. It's going to be a great day. We've got 80 boats coming this way. You now see on the screen that is Ewout Genemans, and he'll be the partner on the canals on the boats, and he'll be interviewing some of the people coming along. We've also got some live reports for you today, things that we filmed in advance as well. It's going to be a great 2 hours and approximately 15 minutes. If you've been to Chicago Gay Pride, or even San Francisco or New York, or many other cities, it's usually just on the streets, and normally they're localized to the area, like Boys Town in Chicago or the Castro in San Francisco. This boat parade goes through the entire city, and if you look at the people, I'm telling you, this is not just every homosexual in Holland, ladies and gentlemen. No, heterosexuals, homosexuals, lesbians, bis, transgenders, aliens, everyone comes and checks out what's going on, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. We've got a crane camera covering us live right now as our first boat comes into play. It's going to be a party. We're going to have two different kinds of boat. We call them the platform boats and the party boats. The platform boats are usually political parties or people who have a statement to make, and I guarantee you today there are going to be quite a few statements to make. Coming up on one of the first boats, we've got a huge political question right now in Holland. Holland being a country known for being up to date and kind of setting the trends for the gay scene. Homo marriage, gay marriage, same-sex marriage, first in the world here in Holland. But currently we're having a problem with something called the weigerambtenaren. These are officials that are refusing for their own moral grounds to marry same-sex couples. We'll be talking about that a little bit later in the program. But for now, look ahead of us. We've got our first party boat coming. Yeah, the cannons are going, the confetti is shooting. It is going to be a wild, wild day. Now, our first boat today is Stichting Pro-Gay. There's a Pro-Gay Foundation, and they're actually the organizers of Amsterdam Gay Pride, and they are opening the parade today with their own boat. Actually, I'm just now hearing in my ear that this first boat isn't on the list, but a special edition, so we'll be getting back to Stichting Pro-Gay in just a minute. We're going to find out as it gets close. This is the Dutch government pride. And one of the wonderful things about living in Holland is the tolerance, and especially as a homosexual who moved here almost 19 years ago, you feel differently, you feel accepted. Now, I have to say, the last few years in Holland, the idea of tolerance has maybe gone downhill a little bit, but a lot of attention is being spent on that now. Here, I'm looking on the screen right now. We see Manoeuvre. Manoeuvre is the Amsterdam Gay Choir. I've actually hosted for them several times, and today there's a concert. My good friend Tony Nath has been presenting for them, well known for Miss Saigon. You're probably hearing a lot of external noise right now. There is music playing from all sides. There are people on the sides screaming and shouting, individual music coming from the boats as well. I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest parties in the world. You don't have to be gay or straight or bi or anything to enjoy this day. It's all about being yourself. The theme this year is All Together Now, a wonderful theme, and every boat has also designed their own decorations to fit within the theme of All Together Now. We'll be talking about that as they go. Now, as I said, now we just saw Manoeuvre in the shot. They're a gay choir at Amsterdam, and they perform several times in the year. And during Gay Pride, they're also giving a special concert. And from what I understand, they have got a special song that they've studied with choreography, and they're going to be doing that today live on the canals. You're going to be seeing a lot of acts. Some things will shock you, some things will surprise you, and some things may even end up being very, very sweet. Now, this boat you see now is J&O. That stands for Jong en Oud. Now, this is a interesting, fun play on words in Holland. If you say Jong en Oud, it means young and old. But by changing the D to a T, you get Jong en Oud. These are young homosexuals who have already come out of the closet. And their theme this year is candy, because they say, every boy is like a piece of candy. It's got a different shape, a different color, and they all taste different as well. The youngest person on the boat is actually 14 years old. He's come out of the closet, and he's here to say that he is young and out. We'll be talking to some of the people in advance, and Ewout Genemans, excuse me, who's on the boat right now live, did an interview earlier today. We'll be talking to him in just a bit. It's lots of fun right now. Manoeuvre, the gay choir, is passing by me, and as I said, I've worked with them before, and I think I'm distracting them from their choreography as I wave to them as they pass by. They look great. Oh, they're all turning in sync. Yes, they have actually done a circle in perfect synchronization. I like to tease them at their concerts. They're spelling out Amsterdam Gay Woonrecht. It's the ability for homosexuals to also have rights to live and have apartments just like everyone else. As you see now on screen, J&O, I talked about them before, Young and Out. One of their biggest campaigns this year is that they believe that in every public school in Holland, and in many schools in Holland, it's actually a requirement to talk about homosexuality and give information to the students, because being informed is the first step of not being ignorant or prejudiced. And currently in the Dutch government, there are quite a few problems about this issue. I was just told by the technical crew that the parade has got off to an interesting start. I've got a lovely list with all the boats on them, but unfortunately, for some reason in the harbor, the boats got in a slightly different order. So we're going to be on the fly. Now, we see I Amsterdam. This is a theme that's been taking place in Amsterdam. Everyone's a part of Amsterdam, and this is the government-sponsored boat. We're going to find out a little bit more about them in just a minute. Now, for years, Amsterdam was known as the gay capital of the world, and unfortunately, in the last few years, I think we've lost that honor, but we're doing our best to fight our way back, and the city of Amsterdam is showing their pride today, gay and straight alike, to say we are the gay capital of the world. The back of the boat has the famous Amsterdammer. If you've ever been to Amsterdam, you'll notice these on the streets. If you've come for the first time, you've probably run into one and hit your knee. Also covered with the famous 3 X's, which everyone seems to think stands for triple X, but Amsterdam had the 3 X's long before the porno industry did. There's been a lot of problems in Amsterdam because one of our ministers, the Minister of Education and Culture and Science, who is actually quite pro-gay, has recently voted against a couple of measures in the Tweede Kamer, or as you may call it in the States, the House of Representatives or the House of Commons in England, for example. It's our lower house of the Senate-type government. Recently, 2 issues coming into play. The first is the right for officials to deny marrying same-sex couples, but it's kind of ridiculous. It would be kind of saying, oh, if someone's, an interracial couple, or if there's a Jewish official refusing to marry a Christian couple, but that's ridiculous. And Holland has been the first country in the world to accept the same-sex marriage, and if you're going to be tolerant, it has to be tolerant all across the board. Secondly, a lot of schools have had success breaking down prejudice about homosexuality by informing the children, starting young, and unfortunately, the motion to make information in schools a required element has recently been shot down again in the Dutch government. And one of the big problems is one of the officials on the boat actually is in the Gay Pride Parade, but voted against this issue, and that seems to be causing quite a bit of problems. There's going to be all sorts of actions today. There's going to be people holding big signs on the way, and we've got some planes flying overhead as well. It's going to be really, really great. Now, what you're seeing now is the Stichting PAN, and they are also one of the largest homo organizations for young people in Holland. And they are also one of the groups that says you have to give children information about what homosexuality is. In other countries in the world, you're taught it's a disease or a mental disorder, and unfortunately, still in some countries around the world, the death penalty is still applicable to homosexuals. But the PAN Foundation really believes that if you educate people at a young age, they will be much less ignorant at a later age. This is something I also really, really believe in, and one of the facts that living in Holland, people are informed about sex, and taboos are broken down early. As an American, I always felt, if you hide breasts and you refuse to make drugs acceptable or prostitution, I'm not saying I'm for all these things, but by making them acceptable and discussable, you have a much lower drug addiction problem. The rate numbers are way down. It's really good to inform people, and you have to agree with Holland that it all starts with education. No, I'm actually, what you're seeing right now on the screen, I'm actually about, I'm going to say 200 meters or, 200 yards. I'm just going to say that they're approximately the same thing in front of them. So it's actually, in a way, distracting. I'm watching boats pass me now that I've actually talked about a few minutes before. There's a bunch of lovely young homosexuals flirting at me in my pink suit. So I've got to pay attention to what's on the screen and not what's on the side. Now, people were worried about the weather today and said, it's just a little rain. What can water do? Well, the thing is, when you're dressed as a transvestite, water will ruin your makeup, water will ruin your wig, and water will kill the feather boa you're wearing. Boat number 6 is coming down. I see them now. Lots of smoke, lots of music. They'll be getting a little bit closer in just a minute. We can see them down the canal right now. They're from a bar and a restaurant in Almere. As I said, commercial boats also take part in the Canalparade every year, and this is one of the party boats. And looking at them, you can tell they're having a good time, and it just goes to prove if you're the best dressed, you get to stand at the front of the boat. Now, Almere is an interesting place to talk about here in Holland. It's actually one of the newest cities in Holland. It's also got one of the lowest points and one of the highest points in the entire country, and it's all brand new. And they are really, really fighting for culture right now. When I first went there, when it first started out, I really wasn't impressed, but for a new city, it's already getting a lived-in feeling, something that I think it's important. If you live in a new neighborhood and all the buildings look the same, it always seems a bit artificial, but Almere is really getting a great lived-in look. Now, it's lovely. The boat that's towing them is from the Metro, the free newspaper, but they've all got shirts that have been formed from Metro to Hetero, showing that, hey, we're straight, we have pink shirts on, we're not gay, but we want to be part of this. It's a lovely, fun trick with the logos. And here is the Engel from Almere. They are partying, have a good time as they pass us now. You probably hear the music through my microphone. Now, where we're standing right now, the boat parade has started a little bit before this point, and when it gets to here at 2 o'clock, it's the official start. But they'll be going on till the last boat probably won't be through with the parade till past 5 o'clock today, but we'll be long done by then. Oh, it's lovely to see people you know on the boats as they pass by. It's great. Oh, that's great. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's one of the things about living in the city. It's a melting pot. There's people from all over the world who live here, almost more nationalities than anywhere else in the world. And you make so many great friends and learn so many great things about people, not just gay people, but people all over. And I think that's the kind of thing that you're going to see today. If you look on the sides and you talk to some of these people, you'd be amazed to find out where some of them come from and learn things that maybe you didn't know before. I'm also a big proponent of Americans living abroad. If you get a chance as an American, or actually anyone, I'm going to say Canada, Mexico, America, basically, our part of the world is pretty small. And you don't get a real feeling for different cultures. I mean, in America, there's the South and the Midwest, and New York is its own world. But if you think that Europe is almost the same size and the cultures and the languages are just as different, you learn a lot about people. Now, right now, we're looking at the Eden City Hotel's Amsterdam boat. They're a party boat as well, and they have got lots of passengers and entertainers on board, and their theme for We're All Together is Naughty Fairy Tales. Yeah, welcome. That sign says, welcome to our naughty kingdom. They're all dressed up as naughty fairy tale characters, ready to have a fantasy for the entire day. Those are not the ugly stepsisters, but the single stepsisters, the available stepsisters. These are great little signs I'm translating on the fly. Tinkledell instead of Tinkerbell, that would be, Tinkle would be going to the bathroom urinating, and Adele is a not nice word for a woman or a homosexual in Holland. But it's all in good fun, so they're allowed. Everyone remembers the story of the red shoes. These are the butt-kicking, nasty red shoes. Lots of fun fairy tale characters. Strangely enough, there are more queens than kings, but what do you expect from Gay Pride? Turn up the music. Ewout is on a boat trying to talk to other boats as they pass by, but sometimes they're moving way too fast. Ewout's having difficulty hearing right now, but we're going to solve that, and hopefully we'll get to talk to some people more on the route on the way. Now, our next boat that we see is from Out TV. Out TV is a great idea. Some people think that maybe it's too in your face, but it's the idea of having a gay television station. I always say, you know, when a white man gets killed, you say, you know, man killed. They never say white man. They say black man, or they say gay man. And if the media is going to separate us that way, I think that in a way you do have a right to separate yourself in the media. And there are certain issues that maybe wouldn't affect straight people that would affect gay people, and it's nice to know about them. So Out TV offers gay programming. It's going to be a great time, and on this boat are some famous Dutch people One of them is Ferry Dudens. Ferry Dudens is great because he plays the role of Lucas in Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden. And Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden, that means good times, bad times. If I remember correctly, it's loosely based on Ryan's Hope originally, but we're 20 years further now, and it's got its own storylines. But the interesting thing about the character of Lucas, played by Ferry Dudens, is that Lucas is gay on the soap, and he's actually gay in real life and doesn't make any bones about it. Now, who you're seeing now, this is Patricia Pai. She's a Dutch star, and she's recently come out with a new hit called Gay Sarah Sarah. What it makes up for in lack of title, it makes up for in party fun. And there's quite a few famous Dutch people on this boat today. Patricia Pai is up there in the front, and lots of famous Dutch television and theater stars are surrounding her. I see Richard Groenendijk. Richard Groenendijk is a great actor who played Edna Turnblad in the Dutch version of Hairspray. It was a lovely production. There's Lucas waving. Oh, it's lovely. It's like a television is finally waving back to you. I'm telling you, people, if this isn't a party, I don't know what is. Now, I hear Dutch musical and TV star Lone van Roosendaal is on this boat as well. I don't see her, unfortunately, but she's a lovely, lovely actress. She was in Voetbalvrouwen, Football Wives, and she was also a great musical star. I did an ABBA act with her years ago, and she played Donna in Mamma Mia here in Holland, and she was fantastic. I hope to see her later today at the closing party and tell her how wonderful she is. It's been too long since I've worked with her. Now we're back down the canal again. You can see the Westertoren, the Western Tower there. And just past that is the Anne Frank House, something you don't want to miss if you ever come and visit Amsterdam. I'm glad I'm not in the shot right now because I'm fighting a bee out of my face who's very attracted to my suit. Now, GR Loco is coming up now, and this is also a commercial boat. They're an ultimate guide for gay-related locations and companies. You know, when you're on vacation as a gay person, you don't want to be confronted with uncomfortable issues. There are places in the world where if two men check into a hotel, you automatically get 2 single beds, and you don't want to feel uncomfortable, or you don't want to be mistreated for being gay, as some people have. On this boat is international singer Laura Fiji and singer Deborah Cox as well. One of the organizers for this boat was telling a story, which is one of the reasons why they started the company, when he had some people come and fix his fireplace, and the construction workers were obviously very anti-gay and ended up doing more damage than repair work in the end. And this inspired them really to look for gay-friendly businesses, people who are willing to join an organization and say, no, you're not different than anyone else, and we won't treat you that way. The people are waving to us now. We're right on the side of the boat as we keep switching shots. We're on a stationary boat on the side of the canal. We have one camera on the boat. There's also a lovely crane camera about 20 meters in front of me, getting the shots and the action as they come down. So this shot you're seeing right now, they're passing me about 10 yards. I'm waving to them now. I am single, looking for that next husband. Where is he? I keep waving. We'll find out as we go. Oh, that might be him right there. Yes. I'll be putting my telephone number later on for those of you who wish to call me. Follow me on Twitter or Facebook if you're interested. But for now, we're glad that you're joining us here on YouTube. Again, thanks to the Abro for making this possible. It's good that we can share the world's most popular gay event with the rest of the world instead of just 16 million people here in Holland. Now, the next boat is a little bit further down the canal at this point, but I want to start talking about it now because this is another great thing about living in Holland is how forward-thinking they are. This boat is from the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Services. And this is really, really important because for this year, for the very first time, members of all 5 branches of the armed forces are allowed to wear their military uniforms during Gay Pride. And that is really a big deal in the world, that you can say, I'm part of the armed services. No, don't ask, don't tell. You know, we're fighting that right now all around the world. It's going well in some places, in other places not going as well. We're going to take a look at this report now about the gay military.
Voor alle homo's, lesbische, bi- en transgender mensen. En ja, daar moet nog best wel het een en ander aan gedaan worden. Dus we hebben nog best wel heel veel werk te doen.
Wel een beetje underdressed zo tussen jullie.
Yeah, Ewout earlier this week came and joined them on the boat to talk about it with members from all 5 branches of the armed services.
Op welk moment heb je het dan verteld?
Dat was het einde van mijn
Ewout's now
militaire
asking the
vorming.
Zimmerman, what was that moment you found out
Ja,
you were
gelukkig
gay?
wel. Maar als ik echt kijk voor mijn infanterie, dat is gewoon een stuk moeilijk. Dat is echt de macho jongens, alleen maar met vrouwen bezig.
Yeah, saying how difficult it was to have lots of macho men around him. It's kind of difficult to finally come out of the closet. So he came out fairly late.
Gedrag ben je wel eens tegengekomen?
Nou, beste opmerkingen. En het hoeft niet eens direct tegen een persoon te zijn. Maar het kan ook in de cultuur dat men op een bepaalde manier over homoseksualiteit praat.
Misschien een hele flauwe vraag, maar krijg je wel eens opmerkingen over je achternaam?
Over mijn achternaam. Ja, bij Defensie dragen we altijd onze achternaam, meestal op onze uniform, et cetera. En daar kunnen inderdaad opmerkingen van komen. Maar als je zo'n opmerking komt, dan heb ik meestal wel opmerkingen terug. Hè.
We weten als er altijd gediscrimineerd wordt, dan is de kans echt groot dat je gewoon ontslagen wordt. Dus dat gebeurt meer onder het maaiveld, omdat mensen bang zijn dat ze hun baan kwijtraken.
Riding on this boat, of course, this is really great from the United States. Mr. Choi, you may have heard about this. He's an ex-military and he's an activist, Dan Choi, fighting against the don't ask, don't tell policy. Ewout is in a boat next to the military boat right now, hoping to get a chance to speak with him. We're going to hope that he gets that chance. Well, luckily that was in English, one of the few pieces I do not have to translate today. This is a lovely, enthusiastic man. You can hear in his accent that he's from the south of the country, and he's just saying it's a super day. He's really glad for the weather, and he's proud to be part of the military. He says, sorry, we have to go on. And here we are, he's saluting. They are going to make, here they are making the military greeting, showing that they're proud not only to be gay, but to be part of the military. And this really does me good. I hope around the world people can see this and realize that your sexual choice has nothing to do with your right or ability to serve your country. And also with your ability to party. Look at them go. Even in uniform, they're still dancing and waving and having a great time. This is proud to the second degree. Coming from the States, I think of the motto, be all that you can be, and this is really what be all that you can be should be about right here. Proud to serve. I'm waving to these fine military people. I'm proud to be part of a country that accepts them. Now, so, as I said today, we're going to have different kinds of boats. We've gone from a military boat with a message to the boat called Gay Mobile. Now, Gay Mobile is a group of 50 friends that always have a little bit of an ironic look at the child's brand Playmobil. Sorry, I heard the Dutch commentary a little bit too loudly in my headphones. I had to turn that down. I'm able to concentrate again. They want to bring to attention that, you know, you're never too old to stop playing. And they don't just want to be a party boat. They are a party boat, but this year they are fighting as the Pirates of the Gay Caribbean. Yes, the Gay Caribbean. Just to say there's more acceptance for homosexuals, and we need to fight for those rights. I talked to someone last night who said, well, isn't it ridiculous? Aren't you causing problems by saying, oh, look how proud we are, we're gay, and shouldn't we have hetero pride as well? You know, if you want to have hetero pride, that's fine with me. I would say I'm proud of heterosexuals because if it wasn't for heterosexuals, no more homosexuals would be born. There's a recent U.S. government official said, how many gay children does God have to put on this planet before people realize that God wants us here? It was a lovely statement. I wish I'd quoted it more eloquently, but there is music, there is shouting, there are confetti bombs. I'm pressing my headphones to my ears as hard as I can, but let's enjoy the dancing of Gaymobile and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Waving their swords. Another fun boat. We're looking down the canal as the next boat comes. There's another fun party boat from a disco in Enschede called Lunatic. It's found by the old marketplace in the heart of Enschede, a city to the east here in Holland, a lovely part of the country. It's visited by usually young people in the age category between 18 and 30. It's got 3 different floors, and it's a lot of fun. If you're ever out in Enschede and going, oh, we're out in the middle of nowhere, we're out in the country, there's nothing to do. Well, if you're in Enschede, you would be incorrect. Who would not want to spend an evening dancing with these people? We're looking further down the canal now. This is boat number 12. Again, talking about the rights that we have here in Holland. For almost 19 years now, I've had health care. When I had to have my tonsils taken out, I ended up getting a bill. It was for €3.50 approximately. I'd say that's a couple bucks, and it's only because I ordered an extra pillow. Now, as you see on this canal, these are not just transvestites, but also some transsexuals. The paramedic clinic is for transgenders. This boat is in black and white. It's got about 30 people on it, and it's not just the personnel, but also patients that have made this boat together perfectly in the theme of all together now. Now this clinic that we're talking about is in Nederhorst den Berg. I'm not going to tell you where that is, but look it up on Google Maps. And in January 2011, they opened their doors not only for dental, but for permanent removal of hair, special massages, and beauty treatment, especially for transsexuals and transgenders. They're also specialized in many different sorts of laser techniques. And they make no exception between men and women, transgender, transvestite, or transsexuals. They see people as people and not social security numbers, and we're glad that they're part of the parade this year. Boat number 13 might be, a lot of people might say it's unlucky, but for me it is absolutely not. 13 is my lucky number, and it's a great boat. These are the Pink Parents and Kids. Hopefully we'll get a quote from Ewout if we can. But the person who started this organization is Caroline Steenkamp Fay. She's also known as Luna Lunettes. And this is a non-profit organization from a family with 2 lesbian mothers and their teenage children. They want to say, hey, our teenage children are proud that we're lesbians, and as lesbian mothers, we can also be there for our kids. And these kids want to say also how super their parents are, and recent studies have shown, you know, if you're part of a normal family, and when I say normal in quotes, that's with loving parents, and it doesn't matter if you've been adopted, if your parents are lesbians, homosexual, same sex, it doesn't matter if one of them is a sperm donor, one of them is the biological mother, it doesn't matter. As long as the parents love you and take care of you, you will turn out all right. And these kids want to say, hey, we are the children of gay and lesbian or transsexual parents, and we love it. So don't make judgments thinking, oh, that can't be bad for the kids. The kids are here to tell you, you are incorrect. Here's Ewout now to try and talk to someone on the boat of Pink Parents and Kids. What a great question. Ewout asked this child, do you have 2 mothers or 2 fathers? And the kid yelled out, I've got 2 mothers and 2 fathers. He says, but yeah, it's like having 4 parents. It's great. He's saying, this is my mom, and that's my mom, and there's my dad. And there's my dad, too. And look, he's having a great time. This is really what about Amsterdam Pride is about. This child, who knows? Is he straight, gay? Who knows? You don't know. But he already knows at this age, I've got 4 gay parents, and I love it. Yes, he's saying we're superheroes. We got 5. We got a lesbian Superman. He said, yeah, he doesn't know them all, but they're all friends, is what he's saying. Yeah, this kid's having the time of his life. Says, what's so special about this? You know what? Even as a kid, it doesn't matter. He goes, you know what? You don't get to stand on a boat dressed like this, having a party every day of your life. A great boat, a great idea. We're proud to have pink parents and kids as part of the parade today. Yes, these kids want to say our parents are also our heroes, and you know, being gay parents is difficult, and to be able to stand behind that makes you a superhero. Great idea for their theme of let's do it together. It's funny to see that Robin has more muscles than Superman, but it's the thought that counts. Our next boat is from Prosecco, and Prosecco, as everyone knows, is champagne as well, but they've made capital letters in the middle to say Rosa, which means pink. And their boat is inspired by Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, but they've decided it's Priscilla, Queen of the Canals, based on the Camp Homo classic Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Now, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, not only a movie out of 1994, but since 2009 on the West End, playing as a musical with lots of attention. Remember as a kid, Halloween, how much fun it was, and that's the other thing about Gay Pride. It's really embracing that inner child and dressing up and having fun. Now, unfortunately, I'm feeling the first drops of rain. It doesn't feel bad, and looking up in the sky, I don't think it's that bad, but there's just a few drops. We may be going to umbrella mode in just a minute. We will find out as we go. Now, Adecco has boat number 16. You see them here in red and white. Adecco is a temp agency here in Holland. And their theme this year is Humans Are Cool. They think that just pretty much covers the entire theme of diversity, and I agree that every person is cool. DJ Eric E, or Eric Eerhuizen, as he's known here in Holland, is playing music, adding to the sound, the cacophony, as we say, and it is just a wild party. They are dancing, they're having a great time. Yeah, if you look at this, then you have to agree that humans are cool. Who knows, some of these people are gay, some are straight, some are bi. I don't know if there's any transgenders there, but they're all out here together having a good time, proving the point that humans are cool. That must be DJ Eric there. Unfortunately, you can't see, but as the boats pass us every time, there's a bridge, and you've seen these huge boats. Of course, all the requirements are made, but you see these huge things blowing in the air, and right as they go into the bridge, they have to pull them down quickly and go under to make sure that no one is injured. Now, fortunately, the rain is just drizzling right now, but we have an umbrella crew stand by, ready to go, and I know from last year, nothing can stop the gay parade. If there's ever a point where you go, ooh, it's raining way too hard, it has been known that the boats will hide under the bridges. Now we have to mention, thanks to them, I'm actually here today, YouTube. This is the YouTube Google boat. And right now, you may be watching live via internet. I'm so glad. I hope that friends all over the world are watching right now. And thanks to YouTube, this is all possible. I've just been handed the umbrella. I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary yet. I'm trying to open it while I open the umbrella. Aha, there it goes. Luckily, we got clear umbrellas, so the light is still shining through. YouTube is having a great time as we go along. We're moving on now as we're going to look a little bit further down the canal to the foundation, the AIDS funds. Now, as I adjust my umbrella and my notes so I can tell you about the boat, the Foundation AIDS Funds is actually represented by no less than 6 boats because they also have 4 small boats going along the canals accepting money for the AIDS Funds. You can also give money at home. You can also send an SMS text message with the word AIDS to 4333 and give a donation. This SMS costs you €1.50, and this is a great way to use the Gay Pride and the platform of gay rights, gay equalities to also approach issues. And this is also, again, not just for homosexuals. It's for anyone with AIDS. It's a terrible, terrible disease. And yeah, if we keep on working, it will stop it. And again, it starts with education, people. That's why it's so important that kids get this information at school. Ewout is now on the boat trying to talk to someone from the AIDS funds right now. He's going to try it. Here we go. Apparently, you can also just throw your money if you want onto the boat. Strangely enough, this is the second Priscilla Queen of the Desert themed boat, but a popular movie and gives you lots of opportunities to dress up for sure. This year, one of their themes is Who Plays the Chief Vignette, which is an interesting play on words. How positive are you? Talking about approaching the AIDS issue as being positive, but also the idea of being HIV positive as well. A great theme, a great cause. Again, if you text AIDS to 4333 because you've missed one of the collection boats, it's a great way to donate to a great cause. These are the boats I was talking about that they have to duck under, and you can see the bridges are just covered with people. And this is just one section of the canal. This goes on for miles and miles and miles. I'm taking a quick break right now to look out into the crowds, see if anyone out there I know. It's always lovely to see who comes out and sees the parade, but like I said, it's for everyone, the Canal Parade. It's for everyone. The small boats we were talking about with the collection baskets are coming along now. I'm really interested to find out exactly how much money they are going to collect this year. We're going to find out later, I hope. That's a number that I would like to hear, to see how generous people were during the Gay Pride this year. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have my wallet with me because you may have seen it earlier. I am wearing the tightest pink pants. And I'm afraid now that I can no longer stand up. Luckily, there are people on our boat with their wallets and with cash who can give, again, a great cause. You can see this now on the screen. A beautiful shot. I put my umbrella down. There's still a little bit of drizzle, but I think, or I hope, or I pray that the worst of it is gone at this point. Now, as I said, there's a lot of wonderful things going on this year. As we mentioned, the military was in their uniforms. Well, this year as well, we've got something really exciting. It's the Dutch police as well. This is the gay network for the national police here in Holland. And this year they are colorful. They've got more than 30 officers out of 9 different European countries that are all part of the European Gay Police Association. And this year they are wearing their uniforms as well, just like the military. We make no distinction between straight or gay. Everyone should be allowed to serve in their own way. And if you want to be a part of the police and you're gay, I don't see any reason as long as you do not bring the handcuffs home. Let's see if I can follow some of this interview of what Ewout's saying, and maybe I can tell you a little bit about this interview. Oh, unfortunately, I missed it, but they are having a great time. The nice thing about the police in Amsterdam is gay violence is not tolerated at all here in Holland. And boy, you make a call for a gay bashing and the police will be there. Even in Amsterdam, you actually have the pink unit, a special unit to deal with violence against homosexuals. As I said, the last few years, things in some cases went the wrong way, but boy, the Dutch government dealt with it right away. Again, one of the big advantages of living in this country. Yeah, they look great in their uniforms. Boy, anyone who's got a police fantasy or a uniform fantasy has got to be enjoying this. Well, the sun is really starting to come out now. I don't know if you can tell on the YouTube screen, but it is sunny, it is beautiful, and it's actually getting warmer and warmer. And I don't know if it's just the weather or if it's these cops in their uniform, but the temperature is certainly rising here in Amsterdam. If you've joined us late, this is the 16th annual Amsterdam Gay Pride Canalparade. My name is Michael Dieterich, and the AVRO is making this possible, along with YouTube, for you to be watching this great event, one of the greatest gay events in the world, live from Amsterdam. Now, boy, let me tell you, I'm waving to these police agents right now. I am proud to be waving to police agents because I live in Holland. Now, the boat that we're seeing now just a little bit further down the way, this is from a female band called Samba Boomba. Samba Boomba is for their 5th time in the Amsterdam Canal Parade during Gay Pride, and it's a party on their boat. It's multicultural, and they are going to party until the roof collapses, they have said. They've got a live percussion band on board, Brazilian dancers, flag twirlers. It is a lot of fun. Check them out. Welcome the ladies from Samba Boomba. Now the next boat we see coming down the way, I believe is from Players. Players is a place to have food and drinks in Amsterdam. It's a unique location. It's one of our commercial boats that's participating in the Gay Pride. Again, it's about participating as well. You may be now hearing the drums from Samba Boomba as they pass my microphone now. They're having a great time. They're waving along all day long. People waving and smiling and having a good time. Boy, I wish you all could be here, but in a way, you are. Now, here's the boat I said from Players coming down the way now. They're right in the heart of Amsterdam, looking for a great place to eat and drink. This is the place to go. Having a good time. We're already looking a little bit further down the canal. Now, every year there are actually 2 swimmers organizations. This is Upstream Amsterdam. Upstream Amsterdam is a organization for gay swimmers in Amsterdam. 15 years ago, it was organized to help organize the gay games that were taking place in Amsterdam to make sure that we had enough competition swimmers. And now they have been one of the most successful teams and events through all of Europe. They've participated almost every year, and almost every year they have one of the award-winning boats, or at least honorable mention. There's some beautiful transvestites that are going to be waving, and they've got dancing. They're going to try and get the audience going, and of course, all of the swimmers looking like they're synchronized swimming. Ewout is trying to talk an interview, but these boys in their short shorts are more interested in dancing than in talking. They've got their choreography to do. Upstream thinks it's really important every year to be part of this great action, and for them, they say it's a way to say thank you to the city of Amsterdam every year for being such a great city and being a city where it's possible to have an organization like the Gay Swim Amsterdam and Upstream Amsterdam, and also the fact that the city council and other athletes all participate together to make it a more tolerant but also a more sporty city. Thanks again to Upstream Amsterdam. As I said, every year they've got A great little show. Here they go with their choreography. Check it out. Upstream Amsterdam. Everybody loves the swimmer's body. As these swimmers are passing us now, we see the love dance and the World AIDS Night, both coming down now. You can see it by the large inflatable red ribbon. On the 1st of December every year is World AIDS Night, and the Foundation Love Dance has different locations all throughout Amsterdam where they organize events. In fact, during World AIDS Night, I've participated several times singing and being part of events. It's also a great night out, an excuse not only to have a party, but to bring attention to some important things. They say they're not a party boat, but they love to party, but it's another way of bringing attention to the fact that people still have the HIV virus. People are still getting AIDS, and it's still a problem. It's something treatable, but it's not over. We still have to remember that, and every year we do it with World AIDS Night. It started out in Amsterdam, but it's become part of the Amsterdam Gay Canalparade as well. And just remember, AIDS affects everyone. It's not just a gay-related disease. Some people around the world may want you to think that, but it is not the truth. Look at them covered in all of their flags from around the world. A lovely boat. They are definitely all together. Now we're looking down the canal now. Hopefully Ewout's going to be able to get a quote from this boat. This is the Sporthouse Amsterdam. The Sporthouse Amsterdam is in one of the most colorful parts of the Amsterdam, Stadsdeel Westerpark. Beautiful part of our city, and the members of this club are very, very diverse. Just think of a mix of cultures, young, old, hetero, homo. Everyone is part of this great sporting club, and that's the reason why this year it was even more important than ever to be part of the Gay Pride, because the theme is all together now. They found it an inspiring title, and it's a beautiful almost motto for their own club as well. For them it wasn't as, just typical to say, oh, let's be part of the Gay Parade. No, they want to bring the message that everyone is welcome and everyone is at home in the Sporthouse Amsterdam. In Dutch they say, je voelt thuis in het sporthuis. You feel at home in the sport home. It's a lovely motto. Kornout's now asking Ewout which one is the best boat, and Ewout thinks the police was the best one so far. Yeah. He says it was a combination not only of what they were trying to say, but the fact that they were all there in their uniform made for a very impressive boat. Ewout's asking if he saw Patricia Paye, Dutch star, and unfortunately Ewout missed him, but boy, we had her in view singing her Gay Sarah Sarah number, her newest hit single. Now, coming down is a boat 24. We're about a quarter through the parade at this point. This is from the VVD, one of the political parties here in Holland, and they have a work group for the Gay Pride in 2001. They believe that the VVD stands for homos and lesbians in Holland being able to just be themselves. They also think that safety is a central theme, and it's something we want to address this year. You don't get safety if people are homophobic. They don't want hate crimes, so actually they're pushing to make hate crimes a much heavier penalty. But prevention through information, again, I've said it several times today, and I agree, makes it easier and easier to make these problems disappear, slowly but surely. On this boat, there's also quite a few liberals from East European lands, and we'd also like to say that someone from Serbia, for the first time, is part of the boat parade. Unfortunately, the Gay Pride in Serbia last year ended in an extremely violent event, but the Amsterdam VVD wants to welcome everyone, including the council member Frank van Dalen, who was there during that. There are liberals from Croatia, from Macedonia, from Bosnia, from Kosovo, from Moldavia, countries where people are still very, very homophobic. And gay pride is either something difficult or impossible to hold, in countries where it's almost impossible to be gay or lesbian. And the VVD wants to inspire the liberals from these countries to fight against homophobia, to fight. Oh, I love these people. Oh my God, I know a lot of these people on this boat. They're all waving now. I really feel now I'm part of the Gay Pride Parade today. It's great. Homo hate, it has to be punished harder. We have a right to be visible. This is a great, great boat. Very inspiring to see people from all these countries coming together to stand up in Holland and say, we are a part of this. Now, every year, if you watch the national news, I always say it's the straight press that makes the Gay Pride event look ridiculous. You see a boat full of tough-looking lesbians. You see a bunch of guys dressed in leather with their butts hanging out. You see a bunch of transvestites. But that, as you've seen today, we've seen military, we've seen normal people, we've seen police, we've seen young people, we've seen children of gay parents. It's not just about that. But I guarantee you tonight, if you watch the national news, this is one of the boats you will see. Mr. B, Leather and Rubber, quite a famous store in the gay leather world, and a definite stop for leather lovers here in Amsterdam. They've got toys, they've got games, they've got leather, they've got rubber, and look at them go. My favorite thing about leather guys is you hang out in a leather bar and you're listening to them talk and you go, oh, they're talking about bread machines and talking about, you know, where they get their dog washed and trimmed. So, you know, they may look rough and tough, but deep down, they're sisters as well. We're looking a little further down the canal right now. This is also a great boat. This is the Gay Rugby Club of Amsterdam, called the Lowlanders. Now, this is great because they're not only together with the male team, but the female team together with the Amstelveen Rugby Club 1890 and with a Belgian homo rugby team, the Straffe Ketten, all together now is the theme. So they said, hey, why should we have separate boats for all of us? Hey, we're all rugby players, we're different teams, so we all believe in the same thing. We're going to be on the boat together. People see it as a real macho sport, but let me tell you, some of these boys are macho. Oh, well, Ewout is trying to talk to one of them now. This is lovely. I'll tell you about it when they finish. I said I would explain, but his next quote was, I can't explain. Yeah, he's so excited. He said it's his first time, but they were worried because it's a small little club and it costs actually quite a bit of money to be part of the Canalparade. But, you know, they went for it and they did it all together now. And he says it's indescribable, the feeling to be together with all of your friends together on Gay Pride and celebrate this wonderful, wonderful day. It's a theme that keeps coming back. I remember the first time that I was in the Gay Pride Parade, and really I felt like a rock star. Enjoyed the entire day, and these people are gonna sleep well tonight, and I guarantee you they're gonna have no voices. As we wait for boat 17 to get closer, I'm sorry, not boat 17. This is the Gay Rugby Club, as I mentioned. They're getting closer and closer. The Lowlanders. We're waving to people on the other side of the canal. Really, it's thick with people. It's silly, silly thick with people. Yeah, and Ewout's going to try and talk to one of the rugby players. Yeah, what a great question. What's the difference between gay rugby in Holland and gay rugby in Belgium? There's no difference. so funny to watch a boat pass by and have someone waving at you like, oh my God, that person knows me, and I have no idea who it is, and then realize, oh, that's my neighbor dressed as a woman. What a great atmosphere. I won't say who it was, but I think people in our neighborhood would be surprised who was just on that boat. It's lovely living in Amsterdam, ladies and gentlemen. I wish everyone could do it, but actually I don't, because it would be way too full. They're having a great time, gays and straights playing together. The Amsterdam canals are really the best way to see the city as well. If you ever visit, I recommend taking a boat trip through the city, because it's really the best way to see the city. Well, you know, with the music that's playing and the screaming and the people around us, it's incredible the organization it takes to run an event like this. And sometimes things go wrong. We've got two boats flipped around, but that's okay. We're being kept very well informed by our technical team from the Avro, doing a great job to make sure this runs as smoothly as possible today. This is the Culture Boat. Culture is Life 2011. The Culture Boat is taking place again during the Canalparade. And they believe that Saturday, 6th of August 2011 is a very important day. And this boat is supported by the Afro, who is also making this filming and production possible today. Thank you again, Avro. Now, the Cultural Boat is organized by a cultural institution from Amsterdam and elsewhere in the Netherlands, with the aim is to promote culture during this year's Canalparade. Because culture brings us together, and culture builds bridges between people. And in this time, that's a really, really important thing to realize. And the Culture Boat will also let us see that, that we've got to have respect, we've got to have tolerance, we've got to have integration, and that's something that we cannot miss, especially in Amsterdam. The Culture Boat wants to be as broad as possible and pull in as many cultural instances as possible, from museums, dance, film, music, theater, musical, stage. In the past, they've been part of the museum boats and the Canalparade, but because they find it's so important to promote culture, this year they decided, no, we are going to have our own boat. Thank you so much to the Culture Boat for being part. Now again, look how huge this boat looks, but when it goes into the bridge, they're going to collapse everything down and it will go on, pump everything back up, and move on to the next bridge. Look, they practiced some choreography. We're seeing down the way is from D66, the D66, an important political party in Holland as far as I'm concerned. Number one, not to promote my own political interests, but I am a member of the D66. It's a great party, founded in 1966, but they're here today to celebrate. That's Boris Dietrich. He's the leader of D66. Great guy. I've run into the tram before, and talk about, you know, it's not a politician at all. It's someone who just, yeah, he just smiled, and I talked to him, and he was a really, really great guy. This year they're celebrating because 10 years ago, gay marriage became possible here in Holland. It was the first place in the world. Let's listen to what Boris Dietrich has to say. Amsterdam is beautiful, is what Boris is saying. It's just wonderful. Talking about 10 years of same-sex marriage, but it's such a good thing that we were at the beginning of it, and now the whole world is talking about it. It's fantastic. And yeah, Boris Dietrich was one of the leaders in that fight, and feels very, very proud today to be part of that as well. Yeah, he's saying people around the world are looking at this right now, and this should be an example. Yeah, it's important that people see this all over the world. Yeah, Boris is saying it's happening right now, live on the internet, I believe. Yes, Boris, it is. People in Africa, people all over the world need to learn that there are homos and lesbians all over the world and they're a part of the world. It's getting a little bit difficult to hear now because the music, Lady Gaga is shouting from this boat. Sorry, not the real Lady Gaga, just a recording, unfortunately. Thank you to Boris Dietrich, and again, a great politician. Thanks for being part of this event. Now here's a beautiful boat coming down the way. Uh-oh. I'm going to get my umbrella ready. They're shooting water, and boy, they better not get this equipment wet. It's the Amsterdam Musketeers. It's a boat with a history. They've been in the parade for over 14 years now. And this year, their theme is Proud Dutch People in the Golden Century. Amsterdam being a haven and was known for years as a safe haven, and it should still be a safe haven. 70 men and women are fighting for freedom, for safety, for respect. All Together now is being translated in All for One and One for All, a theme known by the Three Musketeers. This also could be one of the boats that ends up on TV tonight to represent gay pride to the rest of the straight world. I gotta admit though, there are some nice bodies shaking it on that boat. Having a good time all together, all for gays and gays for all, the Amsterdam Musketeers. Now I'm looking at Fear, they've got some huge water hoses on the boat, and the last thing I want is to get sprayed, especially because of all this expensive equipment on the boat. They're reloading the confetti cannon right now, so hopefully that won't matter. Yeah, there's a guy in the boat pointing at me going, yeah, you're smart, he's got your umbrella ready. Pink and black, lovely again, themes and colors and how they're working together. The three X's represented as well. Again, lots of people on this boat waving to me. You don't have to know why. I know these men on this boat. But they're having a great time. They're glad to be here as well. And you'll see the wings on the back of their boat have just gone down. They're lowering their crown. It's amazing to think how much planning goes into these boats so that they fit underneath all the bridges, but still can be inspiring during the parade. Some of these boats, you go, wow, they're huge, but it's all done with air and hinges and folding parts. It's really, really creative. And actually, you got to have a lot of respect for all 80 boats, because this is not a cheap event to do. It costs money to be part of this event. It costs money to get a boat. There's safety measures, the police that are involved. There are people on the side now just looking at me like I'm a crazy man. Do you think I'm crazy or something? Oh, no, they don't think I'm crazy. They can't understand a word I'm saying, but apparently I'm talking so animated that they wish they could hear what I'm saying right now. Hey, there's one of my old bosses and her girlfriend. Hey there to Ria. And oh, hey, great. People are showing up in great numbers. The next boat coming up is from the V&D. V&D, or the Vroman Dreesman, is a department store here in Holland. And they've been working for 5 years with Stop AIDS Now. And to celebrate this year, V&D has decided to participate in the Gay Pride. On the boat are all different people who work for V&D, gay and straight alike, from the V&D and also their restaurant, the La Place, from all of Holland, because the theme is all together now. And thank you to the V&D for being part of Stopping AIDS Now every year and collecting money. Behind them is the boat from Loveland Events. Loveland Events and Fight Cancer are bundling their strength together for the 5th time this year to be part, to create awareness and to get donations to fight cancer. Again, we talked a lot about AIDS today, but also cancer as well. There has got to be a way to find a cure for cancer, and all it takes is money, education, and research, and the money starts here today. And it's great that these two events, making a musical tour of Haarlem, Amsterdam, The Hague, Utrecht, Alkmaar, and Leiden, are working together here at the boat parade. Wow, look at all of the people who are gathering around on the sides of the canal today. We're blessed that the weather is so nice. The next boat I see as well is also from Loveland Events. As I just said, they work together with Fight Cancer. This is another boat. If you look at it, I'm going to guess that this boat has got to be 6, 18, 20 feet high, but these bridges, boy, I think the tunnels that they're going under are maybe only 8 feet. So this whole thing is going to be like a transformer and collapse. But look at the disco balls hanging on the top, not only catching the lights, but the sun on it as well. And we've got the construction workers heading their way, fighting and working to fight cancer. Thanks again to Loveland Events. I'm going to scream for 1 minute, apologize. I love you, Ria! It's wonderful to see so many friends showing up on the side as well. I'm trying to concentrate not only on the Canal Parade, but on translating, looking at the list of boats, looking at the boats live, looking at the boats on the monitor, but also the people waving and showing up. I had someone show up early today and brought me a sandwich. I've got a friend on the other side of the canal holding up a sign that says, "We love you, Michael." And I'm expecting someone a little bit later to show up with a shot of Jägermeister. Rebecca, I'm talking to you. Loveland, August 13. It's a great festival, and together you can dance your butt off, but also fight cancer. We're looking further down the canal right now. This is the Proud Lesboat. Great, of course, the word boat in Holland is also boat, lesbo, the lesboat. It's great. They're very proud to be part of the Amsterdam Gay Pride for the 5th time. The lesboat is filled, as usual, with lesbian and bisexual women in all their diversity. Let's find out what Ewout is going to ask. Ewout said, how's the atmosphere on a boat full of lesbians? He said, it's so good, you want to join us? He's going to try and talk to someone else. He says it's the fifth time. Is it different? But the woman he asked, he's here for the first time. He asked, have you been, is this also your first year being lesbian? And she just said, no way, shut up. Yeah, Ewout didn't mean for that question to come across that way, but it's all about fun. Yeah, I think Ewout's actually a little bit afraid of these women. He says they look all a little bit threatening, but I just think that they're all a bit hungry. Ewout, don't you be afraid. We're going to look for the next famous Dutch star coming up on a boat very shortly. Here they are, the Proud Lesboats, coming towards us now. Their 5th time in the Canal Parade, proud lesbian and bisexual women. And look, it's also so nice to see diversity. I see such an age difference, and they're also, again, waving flags from all over the world. Brazil, America, I see Canada, Holland, Greek. Someone's even holding up the European flag, all together now. People are really embracing the theme this year. It's so much fun to be sitting in this chair. I wish you could see me. I'm in kind of like a Star Trek chair, and now I'm flashing the audience my tight pink pants and doing my little Sharon Stone bit for everyone on the side. You know, there's not a whole lot of money for some of these clubs, but people sure do their best, and just something as simple as going, hey, we're all going to wear white. That's a simple theme, and it pulls the entire boat together. And again, all part of All Together now. It's great. Again, I don't know what the requirements is, but looking here, it's like a lot of them have headgear on as well. It's like, yeah, let's all be together now. Oh, we got a flag twirling routine now going on now. Is it passing us right now? The boat to the right of the screen is the boat we're on right now, if you're wondering where we're filming from. And the shot you're seeing right now is from the crane, I said, which is about 20 yards in front of me right now. Just to mention the proud lesboot again, the Trotse Lesboot. It's part of Stichting Ondersteboven, Upside Down, and since 2006 they've been an organization that have made lesbians more visible and socially acceptable, and try and really help bring attention to lesbian and bisexual women in our country. They do this also in a lesbian alliance, as well as with the lesbian glossy Zij aan Zij, and they also participate with the COC Nederland. We're back. You can see one of the famous Dutch trams in the background here. I mean, every shot of the city is beautiful. I mean, every second could be a postcard as far as I'm concerned. Now, I am a big fan of Amsterdam, but luckily, we have another city in Amsterdam, one of the biggest cities actually. Rotterdam is represented. The Rotterdam boat is created in combination with work with several Rotterdam companies and functions, and they're all supported by the city of Rotterdam. And Rotterdam, like Amsterdam, is promoting itself as a gay-friendly city and promoting themselves during the Amsterdam Gay Pride. This is the fourth time that they've participated. Green and white are their colors this year because they're also the color of the Rotterdam flag. We've got a live artist on board today. They're going to be just screaming, and I'm trying to remember the name of the singer on the boat right now. If I remember it, I will let you know. But he is one of the most famous singers from Rotterdam. Green and white, here they come. I'll say this, I love Amsterdam. Rotterdam, again, is more of a new city, mostly because it was one of the cities that took the most damage by bombing in World War II, so it's actually one of the more modern cities in Holland. The people are definitely different than in Amsterdam, and I don't want to say a bad word about anyone, but let me tell you something about Rotterdammers. When it comes to something like this, they know how to party. There's quite a bit of friendly rivalry, also some unfriendly rivalry between Amsterdam and Rotterdam. But for today, it's great to see Rotterdam coming to Amsterdam to be part of this great event, representing Rotterdam in Amsterdam, and that's all together now. Now, right behind them, you're going to see the jury votes. This is the jury that's going to decide who the best vote is in the gay parade. Now, there are actually some famous people here on this boat. One of them is Hugo Braakhuis. He's one of the founding members of Pro-Gay, who organizes the entire gay parade. Also, Mayday. Mayday is one of Amsterdam and Holland's most famous transvestites. And Hans Klok is also on the boat. Now, those of you that have lived in Las Vegas the last few years may have heard of Hans Klok. He's a Dutch illusionist, actually very good, and went to Las Vegas. Now, strangely enough, he went back into the closet for a while and had a kind of a relationship with Pamela Anderson, but then he came out of the closet again while in Las Vegas and was totally accepted. Here's Mayday, having a great time. They're talking about which boat is going to win today. They're not going to tell us yet, of course, but they're saying people really have to do their best. Mayday has 2 or 3 favorites, and 2 are out of Rotterdam, but the decision will not be made until the end of the parade. But anytime there's a big event, gay or straight, you can find Mayday there. Mayday is great. We love Mayday. You can't see Hans Klok now next to her. That's Hans Klok right there drinking a Red Bull. It gives him wings. I'm gonna shout, Mayday! I love you, Mayday. I love you back. this is the foundation for Company Pride platform. The theme for the Company Pride platform is I can be myself at work. And this brings a message to everyone to be yourself at work. You can be yourself on the work floor. And it's true that the facts say that almost 30% of people are still in the closet at their own job. And Company Pride platform is asking for attention to say, hey, it doesn't matter. We all work together. Perfect for the theme, all together now. Lots of famous Dutch companies have people on this boat today. It's not just about one company. It's about the idea of if you are at work, you should be out at work. This isn't to say you have to rub it in your colleague's face or, come to work in a jockstrap or anything, but it's the fact that it's something that you shouldn't have to hide. And that's such an important message here in Holland about making it, giving it attention and making it socially acceptable. Another one of the reasons that I've lived here almost 19 years. We're moving on to our next boat. This is boat 35 from the COC, Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I can't remember right now. Sorry, it's not the COC Amsterdam. It's the COC Holland. It's a national organization with smaller departments in the major cities here in Holland. The COC used to stand, I believe, for the Cultural and Outgoing Centrum, and it was actually like a secret name to hide the fact. People say, like, do gays have a secret handshake? Well, no, but we used to have a secret club where you could go. But now it's known nationally, the COC, as the Organization for the Integration of Homosexuals. Be all you can be. Respect and love is what it's all about. There's no reason to hide. It's a community of young lesbians, homosexuals, bis, and transgenders, now known as LHBTs, by the way. And they've got a multicultural background. Sexual diversity is sometimes difficult to talk about, especially in some of the older countries that are associated. It's part of Holland, like the Suriname, or countries in Africa, Turkey, Morocco, the Caribbean area. And this boat lets people see that, yeah, some people have moved to Holland to be themselves, and it shouldn't be that way. Yeah, the other great thing about the Gay Pride is, again, if you want to be a participant and there's enough room, they will allow you to be. And this is one of our just private boats. This is Leon Hebner. He's a fashion designer from Fashion Instinct, and he thought, you know what, I want to be part of the Gay Pride. He had the money, he had the boat, he had the theme. We got more pirates on board, and here we are just having a gay I was going to say a gay old time, but I guess that was more correct than I knew. The next boat is from the OLVG. That's the OLVG. That stands for the Onze Lieve Vrouw Gasthuis, or the our Sweet Sister Hospital. And the funny thing is, if you say it in Dutch, OLVG, they've made it OLV Gay today. This is a hospital that says we should be peaceful about this inside our hospital, but also in this great capital. We have to have an understanding for homos and lesbians, but also for other groups. Even, for example, they stand for women and their right for religious right to wear a shawl. The Onze Lieve Vrouw Gasthuis wants to show respect for each other, and decided to do this by sharing themselves with more than 10,000 partygoers. I don't know what the numbers are, but I gotta tell you, there's gotta be more than 10,000 here today. Everyone's welcome in this hospital, and it's also a fantastic place to work. This is my shout out to Emmy Stoke, who also works there. Thank you, OLVG, not only for being a great hospital, but for being a part of this great event. Wearing their rainbow-colored shirts. Again, it's all about diversity and all together now. And they are definitely all together now. Thank you once again, OLVG, the OLVG. Presenter in Dutch said, oh, we've got only 50 more boats to go, but that's not true. We've actually got about 40. We're almost about halfway through right now. We got more smoke. We got more confetti cannons. Here they come. This is the FNV Vakcentrale. This is kind of like a union, but it's a centralized union. You know, in the States you might have the police unions and the plumbers union. This is basically a union for all of the occupations that don't have their own union. So it's more of a centralized union. And their vote is also, again, right into the idea of all together now. They've got a huge closet on their vote, and they're saying if you're out of the closet, it works a lot better. So be out at work, be proud at work, don't hide who you are. Again, one of the 3 big themes during the Gay Pride this year. I tell people if this is your first time participating in the Gay Parade, it's a marathon and not a sprint. And sometimes you see people just dancing like crazy right here at the beginning of the parade. Oh, I'm going to tell you, in about a half an hour, you're going to wish that you hadn't danced at about 80% of your level. This is Gerard Joling here on the boat, dressed up as a sailor right now. This is what I guess we would call the celebrity party boat. Gerard Joling, quite well known in Holland, participated in the Eurovision Song Contest, and probably one of the resident homosexuals of Amsterdam. He's having a great time up there with his stewardesses. Their theme is the navy, blue and white, glitter and glamour. This is Gerard Joling and a bunch of BN'ers. We call them BN'ers. That stands for Bekende Nederlanders, or famous Dutch people. I like to say I'm also a BN'er, but that stands for bijna niemand, or almost nobody. Yeah, the boat's going to get closer now. Quite a few famous Dutch people. I'll name them. You may not have heard of many of them, but as they go by, we're going to wave and call them out. But this is really the celebrity party boat coming up. That's Gerard right there. Oh, yes, Gordon making his famous motion. Yeah. My Dutch commentator is also talking about the hand gestures that he's making. And now as I make the same gesture, the people on the side are watching me as Gerard Joling does this with his hand. I can't show you, but you just saw it on the screen. People on the side are now making fun of me as I realize I'm doing the same thing with my hand that he did. Quite a few famous people on this boat. Unfortunately, on the monitor, I can't see them. The crane is pretty close right now, but they're going to get closer and closer. Jeffrey Wallace, gymnast, is on board. Getting closer. This is going to be a big waving party, and yeah, Dutch people are going to go crazy now as our famous singers come by. The nice thing about the gymnast I just mentioned as well is that, yeah, he's also openly homosexual and really has no problem mixing his sexual choice and sports. There's really no difference, and it shouldn't make a difference. Patty Brard as well on the boat, waving along. They're all bending over now to get into the bridge, something that I don't think that Gordon or Gerard have a problem with as they bend over to go under the bridge. Sorry, it's Gay Pride, and I've just had my first sip of white wine. Unfortunately, half of it's on my pants. But as we've gotten halfway through, it's time to start celebrating along with the rest of the people on the side. got some cowboys and Indians headed this way. I'm trying to find them on our list right now. It's a boat that doesn't fit anything that I've heard of so far. It could be a renegade boat. I don't think so. We're going to find out as they get closer. But boy, they look like they're having a good time. Further back is another boat, all dressed in white. I'm pretty sure I know which that boat is, but let's make sure as it gets closer. You can probably hear the music close as the cowboys and Indians are waving their lassos. Everyone's looking around at each other going, who is this boat? We don't see a boat number. We don't know who they are. But you know what? They're having a good time. And there's the boat that's passing us now. I said with the cowboys and Indians on it. And it seems like they're a renegade boat. I have no idea how they got in here. Oh, apparently. Oh, sorry, I just found out they're from the Gay Cafe Harlem, is where they're from. Unfortunately, the boat number was incorrect. We're really looking for the next boat, which is the Heilig boat. We thought this was going to be fun because this is the Heilig bootje, or the holy boat. Not holy as in holes in it, but as in saintly. This is a Christian organization for homos and lesbians that like to remind us that the word homosexuality is nowhere in the Bible. And if you really want to be a Christian, you have to follow the teachings of Christ. And Christ said, treat others as you would have them treat you. As equals, and pretty much that says it all. If you want to go back to Old Testament and Sodom and Gomorrah, then you're living in the wrong century. Their theme this year is Welcome to Church. It's their slogan, these Christian homos and lesbians, saying that their boat is not only a combination of the church and homosexuality, but if you look at it, it can be quite simple. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Welcome to the church. Tomorrow, which is Sunday the 7th, here in Amsterdam, at 12 o'clock noon in the Amsterdam Keizersgracht Kerk, they're going to be having a service. Marja van Bijsterveld, the Minister from Emancipation, who we talked about earlier, who was a little bit fought against for the fact that she wanted to be in the gay pride, but kind of said things against the idea of officials denying couples to marry, or saying I'm refusing to marry them, and also information in school, has been well fought. You'll see on the canals there's all sorts of banners as well saying refuse the officials who refuse. Boat number 42 here. This is the Hot Spot Cafe. It's actually their castle boat has the theme of Winter Wonderland, which is great in summer to see all the snow. It's actually great because as they pass by, there's a cool breeze right now. It actually feels cooler right now. Again, lots of people waving and smiling. They're having a great time. Sweet dreams are made of these. They're in glitter and glamour. They're covered in silver. They're having a great time as they pass under the bridge. This guy's dancing so much, he better watch out. Watch out for the bridge. Watch out for the bridge, baby. There he goes. He's ducking over. Well, as long as he's having a good time. Again, look on the sides here. All sorts of people having a great time. Again, I cannot stress enough what a great, great day this is in Amsterdam. Some of my friends on the side of the canal walking by again waving. Thank you so much for being there. And thanks to everyone who's watching. I really hope this is a successful event and that people all over the world are watching, and that in the future we'll be able to do this again. I'm having a great time, and I hope you are too. Again, thanks again to the Afro and YouTube for making this possible. If you're in Amsterdam and you're Dutch, you should be watching this live on AT5. And tonight, the Afro is showing their compilation version on Nederland 3. Check that out. Again, thanks to everyone who's joining us on the internet. Thanks to technology for making this possible. Our 43rd boat is again another private boat, Mr. Henk Dahl. We ask all the participants for information and what their platform is, what they believe in, what they're doing. And unfortunately, sometimes they don't answer. But boy, let me tell you, they're a colorful boat filled with beautiful flowers. and that boat is just twisting like in the water. It's great. You don't see a boat moving this way usually, but as it moves down the boat. We're looking back at the highlights tonight. If you missed this and you're in Holland tonight on Nederland 3, you can see the entire boat parade compilation, and this is what you've missed so far, some of the compilation clips. It's been a great gay pride so far, and we're not there yet. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're only about halfway through. We hope you stay with us as we go through the next 35 or so boats and make it to the end of the Canalparade here at Amsterdam Gay Pride. We hear there are just hundreds of thousands of people here today, and this is really one of the biggest events, and it's so diverse. You look around, you really see people from different ages, different nationalities. I'm sure as far as religions, and of course, homos, heteros, bis, transgenders, everyone. There's such a hard term to talk about. I always say, they say, you know, gay and lesbian, but, well, if you're gay, then you love the same sex, right? Or homo, it means the same. So I always find it strange that they say homo and lesbian. It's kind of like saying welcome, ladies and everyone. It's kind of like you're inviting one group twice. But it's all together now. It doesn't matter. People are obsessed with labels as well. And, you know, we should just all, we're proud to be gay. That's what Gay Pride is all about. Sometimes, due to the boats and the bridges, some of the boats have to travel slow, and as we look a little bit further down the canal at this point, I see a boat like a turtle poking its head out, making its way very slowly for the bridge. I can only see a silhouette, but I think there are tons of people on that boat, so they're trying to make their way very slowly and very safely under the bridge. We're going to find out more about them as they come. Get some shots of the people in the street. I wasn't sure. I thought I just saw someone I knew again. It's just a sea of people here. I keep repeating that, but it's not very often that you see a sea of people. The boat's getting closer now. I'm going to try and see if I can see what their boat number is. As I said earlier, there was a little bit of confusion as to the order of the boats, but I think that we're back in order again. This is a boat 55. Unfortunately, it's not the 55th boat. As I said, sometimes the boats have fallen out of order. But this says Sin. I love the name, S-I-N, as in sin. They're participating for the 5th time in the Canalparade. The Sin boat is easily recognizable by the colors white and purple, they say, just like in their logo. Now, this is an initiative from a Rotterdam club, a girls' club. And it has more than 16,000 members of enthusiastic women who are trying to make themselves more visible in their community and feel that they are part of a community and have a lifestyle that should be accepted. Again, it's not about rubbing it in your face. It's about really acknowledging the fact that people are different and that we all need to do it together. Now, they're an interactive platform and community for open-minded women who, as different as they can be, have one thing in common. They love women, which for them ties in perfectly with the theme altogether now. Since 2006, they've grown into their ladies-only party concept for open-minded women. Whether you're an open-minded, strong woman, someone who's just fighting for the rights, someone who takes initiative, someone who's athletic, you've got dreams, it doesn't matter. They say you have to dream to be yourself and be part of this wonderful organization. Thanks again to Purple and White Sin for being part of the Gay Canalparade. Moment of silence while I have a sip of white wine and a lovely block of Dutch cheese. These sinful ladies are waving away at me. Wow. having a good time. Well, have you lost your way looking for Amsterdam? Well, you wouldn't if you've got your TomTom. And TomTom International is with us this year. They've never been a part of the Gay Pride, but with their main offices, with more than 1,500 employees located in the city of Amsterdam, they figured it was time to take part of the Gay Pride. And they have their own internal Gay Pride, Amsterdam, and they said, hey, you know what? It's time to show it to the world all together now. The TomTom colleagues have their TomToms in hand, and they say, you know what? When you're out in your car, you're out cruising. Well, cruising means, you know, driving. When you're on the water on Canalparade, you're cruising, and boy, if you're part of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community, you could be cruising as well. It's all about cruising this year. Thanks to TomTom. And now, here's the boat we have been waiting for us. In the back, the Afro boat. Yes, this is the 5th time that they've participated. And again, the Afro has made this entirely possible today. The Afro boat, thank you again. Here they come. It's so great. Just like last year, they joined forces with the COC, as I said, the organization here in Holland, all about homosexual integration. And now for 4 years now, they've partnered up and been a great part of the Gay Pride Parade. This year they're actually supporting an interesting poll called Hoe heb jij het geleerd, or How did you learn it? This is a test with interesting questions on about it, about what you know about homosexuality. And I have to tell you, I took the test the other day. I was shocked that I only got 6 out of 10. I learned something. Again, it's all about education, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we've been talking about today. We're waiting for the Afro boat to get closer now, but currently the TomTom boat is passing us. The TomTom boat is working it as we go, but I'm more interested in the Afro boat as they come on. One of our sponsors for today. Tons of famous people on this boat today. I'm hoping to see a couple of my colleagues. As the theme, one of the big themes this year is education for homosexuality. They've decided to dress kind of Glee style as a school class together. The Afro wants to know how you learned it. Again, if you're interested, if you go to, this is just for the people who speak Dutch, of course, Hoe heb jij het geleerd? Afro.nl. You can take this interesting survey. Now, what lovely, lovely people are here on this boat. I'm waving now to the lovely Lone van Roosendaal, who's up at the front of the boat right now. She's one of the greatest musical actresses, Lone van Roosendaal. She's got her big suspenders on right now. I'm so glad that I see her on board. Oh, this boat is filled with tons and tons of dear, dear colleagues. Afro, you are going to make this, they just shouted me out on their boat as well. Richard Groenendijk at the back of the boat with the microphone saying, there's Mr. Michael Dieterich. Thank you very much, Richard Groenendijk, for giving me a little bit of PR back. The Afro boats, I hope they do well in the judging. So they've already ducked and they've gone under the boat. This is Cornald in beeld on the screen right now as we get ready for the next boat coming towards us. Boat number 46. We're working our way through these boats right now. Flirtation. It's a women-only dance party. The Flirtation Fiesta boat is for open-minded Fiesta girls, and it can be recognized by the colors of white and orange. The Flirtation Fiesta boat wants to show all together now by showing these 75 women from different routes and different lands together, including from Suriname, the Antilles, Holland, Germany, South Africa, Indonesia. We're going to see what Ewout is asking now.
Hoe flirt je vandaag?
Kijken.
Dat doe je goed.
Kijken.
Hey, vandaag aan boord allerlei verschillende nationaliteiten hier.
Ja.
Hoe kan het dat juist vandaag hier aan boord zo goed samengaat?
Ja, omdat het toch meer respect is op zo'n dag als vandaag. Voor
We're having some technical difficulties right now. I'm trying to hear this interview that Ewout's given. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but this is the flirtation boat coming by. You didn't get to see that, but the Fiesta boat has a huge DJ booth that was just now about 10 feet in the air, and suddenly, just as we got to the bridge, it lowered down, and these party girls are getting ready to go under the bridge. They're dancing their butts off. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fiesta boat is ready for a fiesta, that's for sure. Look at that, they've got a car on the boat. I didn't even see that till just now. Awesome. A car on the canal. Something I have never seen in the Amsterdam Canal Parade. I don't know if it's going to be enough to win them a jury prize, but we'll find out later. We're looking down the canal now. This is great. This is Post-NL. Post-NL stands for the Mail of Holland, NL being Netherlands, of course. It used to be the TNT here in Holland, but this is their new name. It's the Postable Drive, and their focus is on mail, package, and e-commerce. And this is the 6th time they've participated in the Canal Parade. Post-NL Pride is part of the network of employees that's coming out for accepting lesbians, homos, gays, transgenders. I just got to keep saying LGBTs. And being part of the company and being on the work floor and being active and having an enjoyable working atmosphere. They've got an incredible muscular blow-up bust, but right now, I guess that's what you get. If you carry the mail, you will get muscles like that. Yeah, right. If that was true, I'd be a postman. But they're dancing and having a great time. Again, we've seen 45 boats, some with a message, some not, but they are all having a great time. I'm going to stop talking for a minute as the music takes over. It's like their own version of the Macarena. On the side of their boat, personal pride, a great motto that I haven't seen. It's not just about gay pride, but it's about personal pride. Be proud of yourself and who you are. Again, they're ducking and getting ready to go under the bridge. I've been watching this Canal Parade now for 16 years. I moved here almost 19 years ago. I've seen them all. One I didn't see, unfortunately, live. I was sick, but I watched it on television. There haven't been any problems this year, knock on wood. No boats getting stuck under bridges or people falling into the water. Usually, it's such a well-organized event and so well planned out in advance. Of course, things don't always go according to plan, but they've got it together, and it's really great to see another successful gay pride. Sometimes the number is not posted correctly. We just found out that this is the Heilig boat. Welcome to the church is their slogan, as I told you. Christian homos saying, you know what, being gay and coming to church don't have to be that difficult. We need to do it all together. And here they are partying and having a great time. Ooh, it's enough to make you believe, I'll tell you that much. Another great organization. Being Christian and being homo, they say here's a wink from
Niet echt
God
een christelijke sfeer aan boord, hè?
tomorrow in the church at 12 o'clock if you're interested in this great organization.
Mogen jullie alles aan boord ook vandaag?
Come and check it out. Oh, yes, they are. Oh,
Wat zijn de grenzen?
They're making me believe.
Wel heel gaaf dat jullie hier zijn vandaag. Wat maakt het zo speciaal voor jou?
Christians would be rocking the house, but look at them go. They're having a great time. Again, all part of what Gay Pride is about. Hallelujah. The Hallelujah Chorus. There should be a best prize for music because this is absolutely incredible. Great job. Instead of "Oh Happy Day," their shirts say "Oh Happy Gay." Another great boat out of the 80 here at the Amsterdam Canalparade. Again, this is the 16th edition. I'm sitting here on top of a boat moored to the side, not far from the Rozengracht, which is where the Anne Frank house is. And I have got an incredible view, and thanks to the Afro and YouTube, you have an incredible view as well as I give you the English commentary of this great event. Now, I said earlier today that someone on the side promised me a shot. I'm going to see, I see them, they've got the shot there. I'm going to see what I can do about that. Let's see if I can find someone who's willing to help me out. Oh, there's a nice gentleman there. There's someone there. I'm trying to get attention. There's someone over there that wants to give me something. That lady over there wants to give me something. Can you find out? Oh, it's a bottle of Jägermeister. I've been promised a shot all day long. Boat 47 is coming on, but I'm going to take a shot in the name of Jägermeister right now. Oh, screw that. This tries to, here, we're going to take it right out of the bottle. Let's hear it for Jaeger on the people on the side. Special thanks to Rebecca Gao and Christina Merkin for bringing this. I just took a second sip. Thanks for bringing that over, buddy. Someone who was behind the barrier brought that bottle over. I just took a couple shots of Jägermeister. Let's get back to the parade and Ewout. This is another important boat. This is the Dutch Suriname AIDS Foundation. Now, for those of you that don't know the great naval history of Holland, you'll know that Holland and Suriname are inseparable ever since they sold New Amsterdam, now known as Manhattan, in trade for Suriname, one of our old island communities. What's the word I'm looking for right now? I'll come back to that. But anyway, the Dutch Suriname AIDS Foundation is saying bridges are built with each other to connect each other. Just like islands can be isolated from each other, they can also be connected to each other. Now, also in the parade today is the OCAN, the O-C-A-N. They're the Overlegorgaan Caribisch-Nederlands. That's pretty much a communication coupling organization between Caribbean Dutch people. We're talking about the Antilles, the Arubans, and the fact that in many of the old colonies was the word I was looking for, homosexuality is not as accepted as it is here in Holland. If you live in the Suriname, the Antilles, or some of the Caribbean countries, or Suriname, for old Dutch colonies, the ideas are not necessarily the same, unfortunately. And both of these boats are helping to bring more attention to this fact, using the connection to Holland to be proud. Many of these people live here. People are just coming on vacation to be part of this. But the Dutch Suriname AIDS Foundation and the OCAN both have boats that make important statements to the international word. Douchey and proud. Yellow and black being their colors. Again, feel the love, feel the culture. Douchey and proud. If you don't know what douchey means, it's another fun one to look up online. It's like a great big gay bumblebee passing by right now, yellow and black. And the captain looking cool as a cucumber in the back. I don't know if you can see, he's got enormous orange earplugs in. He can't hear a thing. He's just concentrated on the boat. This coming up now is the Proud boat. Proud magazine here in Holland. Holland is celebrating a 1 year of their magazine. Proud magazine is one of the first gay-minded glossy magazines in Holland, and it's pretty much stands behind everything that we're proud of, from sexuality to starting our own businesses. And with this, their celebration jubileum boat, their birthday boat, filled with presents, balloons, and cupcakes. They're very proud to celebrate all together 1 year. Waving along again, lots and lots of fun. It's a proud birthday for Proud magazine. There's a girl dressed as a present, and that was incredible. And again, we're heading under the boat again. We're heading under the bridge again. Now the next boat is from Waternet, the water organization. There's interesting facts coming up now. If you buy bottled water in Holland, you're actually a fool, because it's been proven that water out of the tap is cleaner and healthier. Now there are 3 wonderful, wonderful ladies on this boat. Casey Francisco, Caroline Dijkhuizen, and Peggy Sondal. 3 very talented people. 2 were both in AIDA. Casey, I was together in Jesus Christ Superstar. She is beautiful. Look at them. They've got soul together. Casey is to the right. She's the shortest. There in the middle is Peggy Sondal. And singing right now on lead vocals is Caroline Dijkhuizen, one of the best AIDAs ever. Peggy Sondal and I were together in Saturday Night Fever. And as I said, Casey, Jesus Christ Superstar. Look at these 3 beautiful, talented women. They're singing live from the beginning of the parade till the end. That costs a lot of energy. I see, strangely enough, an old student of mine on the boat who I didn't know was homosexual. He might not be. He may just be partying along, but, well, I'm not going to mention his name because it's not my intention to out someone internationally. Luckily, he wasn't on the screen at the moment that it took place, but I'm really interested to talk to him later, find out the truth. Here we go. We got boat 52 coming on. This is from the Après Ski Hut, or the After Ski Hut from Bolian Eersel. Now, a lot of people don't understand the concept of après ski if you're a foreigner. It means after ski. So basically, people go to Switzerland or Germany or Austria. They go on these lovely skiing vacations, and you're athletic, you're outdoor, you're having a good time. But it's all about the après ski, after skiing. It's about listening to German and Austrian and Tiroler music, getting really, really drunk on German beers, and having a party. Après ski. And in some bars and restaurants, they make it the theme. It's like, hey, why don't we party the whole day long? This boat 52, the Après Ski Hut, Bolian Eersel. It's a gezellig cafe. I can't explain the word gezellig. It's one of those untranslatable words in Holland. The closest you can get is cozy. My boss, John Rosenfeld, likes to say, if you're in a restaurant and it's gezellig, it means that candles are lit, but the service is still bad. But après ski is all about the party afterwards. They're having a good time, and they're saying, you know, even in the city, the city meets the country here. It's all about the simple life, but having the sophistication and fun of being in the city. Après Ski Hut Bolian Eersel, a lot of fun, and they just say, you know what, as long as you're happy. That is a great theme, as long as you're happy. And that's really what it's all about. You can be proud, you can be active, you can scream, you can shout, you can say what you want. I've also got people screaming now again. I see, Mariska, and Alice, hi. It's very good friends of mine. I call her 7 of 9 because she looks just like Jerry Ryan from Star Trek, but she's wearing the greatest glasses right now. Again, you don't know who you're going to meet here at the Amsterdam Gay Pride Parade. Let's find out real quick. Hey, Alice, are you having a good time? Who's the best? I'm the best. You heard it right here first. Thank you very much to Alice and to Mariska. Now, I'm listening to my colleague talking about the old days here in Amsterdam. And when I came here 19 years ago, things were different as well. You used to have a big club called the It. You also used to have the Roxy. The It kind of died when the owner passed away. The Roxy burnt down, but things are growing and changing all the time. And just in the last year, I think there's been several openings of new gay bars, reopenings of places that have closed, to prove that the gay community is still alive and growing. People were afraid that it was dying off, but no, it just needed to regenerate itself, and it's great to see so many new party boats this year here in Amsterdam. Wow, it's fun to see that during the course of the day, the people just seem to get thicker and thicker. The rows are further. As I look across the street, it seemed that people were like 4 or 5 rows thick, and now it's about 10 rows thick. A lovely Harry Robertson, good old Batman over there as I know him. He's holding up a sign that says, "We love you, Michael." He's there with his good friend Desiree. I'm so glad they're here as well, waving to them. We're moving on to our next boat. This is the Air Super Toys organization. Now, Super Toys is a liberal concept from Air. The concept is thought about bringing more color and feel-good vibes into the Amsterdam nightlife. They say, you know, leave your arrogance and your issues and your other bad habits at home, because nobody wants that. We're supposed to have fun, and you need to find the child in yourself, and that's what their theme is this year. Every half year, they announce in Gay Pigs and L, their site, that they have the funnest gay party at that moment. And this year, Super Toys is part of the Gay Pride. They're so excited. Their idea and their theme this year is Super Toys for Gay Pride. And Super Toys go bananas. We got the Muppets meet Captain Banana. We got adults having maturity issues. Mickey is in love with Kermit. Hello Kitty, Ken and Barbie are swapping couples this week. We're looking back a little bit further now. I see Ewout is on the second boat I told you about, swimming organizations. This is the Gay Swim Amsterdam. This is the 10th time they're participating, and they love the theme altogether now, because they're bringing it back to the good old days when everything seemed to be better and everyone seemed to be more together. And they asked, what happened to the good old days? Well, the Gay Swim Amsterdam looks to like look back at the most beautiful and romantic images of the last years, and using that as their inspiration. They're using the 30s. Can everyone hear the Muppet Show that's screaming through the microphone right now? Wow. They spent most of their money on amplification, I believe. But again, another fun party boat, and there are just tens of thousands of people watching this. So it's better to be loud and proud than be absurd and not heard. Boy, you'd think that I had written that down in advance, but I just made that up. Well, there is a confetti shower coming now. You may not see it, but on our boat, boy, it is falling everywhere. The Gay Swim Amsterdam has a lovely choreography. They've got glittery swimsuits, and they've got a bubble machine. And they've been practicing in Focus, which is where all of the great musicals rehearse. And this year they were determined to get some choreography together. Let's see how together they are this year in All Together Now. Gay Swim Amsterdam, thanks again for being part of the Canalparade for the 10th year. They're dancing to the song One Night Only. And again, as usual, we got to watch our heads on the bridge. That's part of the hardest part of the coordination. Ewout, who's been doing the reports the whole time, he's the cute guy with the blonde curly hair who was afraid of lesbians earlier. His boat's just pulled up to ours. It looks like he's taking a little bit of break. I'm going to raise my glass to Ewout, cheers of white wine, and say, Ewout, you're doing a great job. I say, he said, I'm raising my glass in cheers, and he thinks I'm offering him white wine. I got one piece of advice. Ewout, don't be afraid of lesbians. Okay. That was a good piece of advice. He's glad to hear it. As we move on, as our next boat comes into view, this is boat number 56 from Café Het Paradijs, which translates quite easily to Cafe Paradise. It's in a place called Purmerend. Purmerend is located to the north of Amsterdam. And anyone who wants to be part of their boat this year, they were welcome. White and silver were the themes this year. Glitter and glamorous. The boat is supposed to be a bit over the top with fireworks, sky tubes, and lots of fun eye catchers, including some artists here, including Mick Harden, Dale Leon Kuhn, who is famous for his Keir Hitomi imitation, and also an imitation Srinivasi. I believe his name is Joop from Tellingen. You saw him a minute, the older guy at the front of the boat, one of the most famous paparazzi here in Holland, up at the front of the boat. Yes, he's waving. Great. They're having a great time. Dressed in white, having a good time, singing and dancing and waving. Singing, dancing, waving, that seems to be the three big themes if you're not doing choreography. Again, I'm looking over onto the sides of the canals. People just keep showing up and rotating, but there's been some people here all day long. There's a lovely lady raising her glass to me now. There's another lovely lady here. I don't know who she is, but every time I look at her, she smiles. No, I'm talking to you. Every time you look at me, you smile. She does there. She smiled again. It's really, really quite exciting to be here. Again, it's almost always, if I've got my information correct, but it's something you can look up online, thank God for technology. Every year, it's the first weekend in August. If you have got time off next year, you're looking for a place to go, you want to explore culture, you want to explore a city of diversity, you want to meet people from all over the world, the place to go to is Amsterdam. And if you can come here in August, be part of the Gay Pride Parade. It is an incredible experience. Here we've got the COC Nederland. I told you about earlier, they're the Integration of Homosexuals organization here in Holland. There's a national version, but there are also local chapters as well. But this is a special part called the Roze 50 Plus, or the Pink 50 Plus, talking about the fact that as the Homo-Hetero Alliance grows, it's not just for young people, but also for old people as well. The theme for this boat is the Roze Loper, or we'd say the red carpet sometimes. They're calling it the pink carpet. They don't just call it gay pride, they call it gray pride. You can be gay and old and still proud. We've seen young people, we've seen old people. Everyone is proud today. It's a great, great day. Gray pride is one of the favorite terms I've heard this Gay Pride. Older homosexuals celebrating their pride. Welcome to Gray Pride. That is a great, great name. And they're having a great, great time. That sign says thanks, the Avro wants to thank you for your enthusiasm. I've said it about 5 times, but I'm going to thank the Avro again. Unfortunately, as we get closer to boat 60 right now, we're about 3/4 of the way through. But as we look up into the sky, it looks like the gray clouds are heading this way. We're going to hope that they do not hit us. We're looking at Lloyd and Arcadi. They're an anti-dogma foundation. They're continuously seeking to open the minds of others, providing experiences that provide new insights. They have many activities that revolve around events, gatherings, parties, and also thematic thinking. No one knows who they are as they transform into anything that's relevant, and it's great that they're part of Gay Pride this year. As they head under the bridge, the umbrellas are being readied on the side. The technical crew is coming to make sure that everything is taped up safely. We're on top of a boat right now covered with material, and we don't want any of it to be destroyed. We're moving on to boat 60 now, which means we're about 2/3 of the way through the Amsterdam Gay Parade. This is great. This is a style dancing foundation here called the Quick Steppers. They do all sorts of style dancing, and they come from Ter Aar and Nieuwegein. And they think it's so much fun that they're participating for the very first time in the Canalparade. Everyone is welcome in their group, and they also have many homosexual members. They said they wanted flags, 1950s, and a good time. It's their first time. They've got a little Grease theme going on with their pink ladies jackets. I don't know if you can see on screen right now, but we've gone from a very bright feeling that it's getting very, very gray now. Yeah, just like the Gay Pride boat went by and suddenly the skies are getting gray as well. We're going to hope for the best as we look into the skies moving from the south. It looks like we've got some clouds coming this way, but nothing can ever stop the fun of Gay Pride. Our next boat is from the Stichting Ensuite, the Foundation Ensuite. Utrecht is another one of the major cities here in Holland, but people say, Utrecht, are we intolerant? Of course not, because the organization holds a weekly gay event in Utrecht. But you may not know that. But for already 2.5 years now, this organization has a party every Saturday night for gays, lesbians, and anyone who doesn't have a problem with it. It's something that they do together, just like organizing this Gay Pride boat. It's all Utrecht, and it's all together now. More than 80 proud Utrechters have collected and come together this Saturday. And for those of you that have been to Holland or recognize famous architecture or buildings, this is the Domtoren, the tallest building in Utrecht. It's 9 meters high, and because of that, they cannot be missed. Their theme, of course, all together now, is that they want to say that there should be an end to violence against homos and lesbians, bis, and transgenders if everyone fights against it. The volunteers and guests of Ensuite want to show this by being together today and say that we can build our community up together and be proud, and being from Utrecht, to be proud as well that they're fighting for this together. Now we're looking a little bit further down the canal as our next parade comes, our next boat comes by from the Stichting Savo. This is the Foundation Savo, which means Sama for out, which means together moving forward. This is a very interesting group because they want to acknowledge that in some communities, like the under Hindustanis, that being gay or lesbian is a very, very difficult thing. There's a huge taboo. We're going to move now to Ewout, who's hopefully going to get a quick interview. But we want to talk about things like household violence and a suicide rate and divorces, which are huge in the Hindustan community because of homosexuality. It's something that's denied and not something that's talked about, and they really want to be free. This lady is saying, you have to come out of the closet. We don't have to be alone. The whole community of people who do this, we're not alone. And Ewout's telling her to have a good time. We're going back to Cornouts. That's to the right now. Yeah, parapluies, the umbrellas are being opened right now. The rain is starting to fall. We're going to see what happens as we continue. But boy, look at her. She's one proud Hindustani. Says, not a little rain is not going to stop me. Unfortunately, the question is, how little is that little rain going to be? Really, the skies have turned black in a period of 5 minutes. We've gone from sun and sweaty to now the fact that I'm actually a little bit chilly right now. But the party's not over yet. There's no way to stop it. The lovely Westertoren in the background, as I mentioned before. Beautiful, beautiful building that you can see in many, many parts of Amsterdam. And as I said, it's very, very close to the Anne Frank House. This is the NS, or the Nederlandse Spoorweg. This is the national train service. Strangely enough, they're supposed to be here right now. And hey, look, they're on time. Sorry, making a train joke on behalf of the NS. They say everyone is welcome, and they'll do it. This year, the NS boat is in the same colors as the Dutch rail system, yellow and blue, and it fits with the theme all together now because it's also a very, very diverse company. And two very famous Dutch people are on this boat, Nick and Simon, a duo of singers from Volendam, who in the last 3 or 4 years have just taken Holland by storm. I don't see them yet, but apparently they're on the boat. Nick and Simon, thanks for being a part of Gay Pride. Doing the locomotion and playing the traditional train crossing sounds as they pass by us. They've got their umbrellas open as well. Now, this boat here has got one of Holland's other famous transvestites, Miss Dolly Bellefleur, and she's manning, in quotes, her own boat this year. Her beautiful white bows, a pink dragon, to the house with overhead the party going on. She's singing some of her hits as she goes to the canals, and she said all together now is being shown through all of the colors she's got on her boats. Says no drugs, but she's still crazy. Behind this boat, we have the Psychiatric and Addiction Center, Mentrum, taking care of people with mental disorders and drug problems. Drugs still crazy. Of help, ICA. We don't know what they see. And the sign that says Keka is my favorite. It says crazy, eh? Clients of Arkin, the first and homosexuality is punishable, and in 7 of them, you can still get the death penalty. And if you're fighting for your life and you're running and you're wondering who you are and where you can be, you deserve to be treated humanely. Rosa Links, the pink left, is asking for attention for that now. I'm going to actually stand up right now because I'm sitting in a chair and the umbrella is not covering me enough. I have got rain going down the back of my pants right now. It's a wet, wet gay pride, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, the technical crew prepared for this. We have umbrellas, but there's not much else we can do. And really, this is pouring down rain right now. It's lovely to see all together now. The crew here has gathered together, holding umbrellas for themselves, for each other's. The production books are soaking wet. We've got garbage bags over all the technical equipment, but the party is going on. It's Holland, so if you didn't bring an umbrella, you were not prepared. People on the side are just laughing the rain, and it seems like the harder they laugh, the harder it rains, ladies and gentlemen. So stop laughing, people, and maybe it'll stop raining. Boy, the wind has really picked up too. It's that horizontal rain, if you know what I mean. It's coming in. It's coming in sideways. There's nothing you can do about it. Everything's getting soaking wet right now. But it doesn't matter. Hopefully the equipment is safe. I said I'm not dressed in drag, so yeah, I see feather boas, unfortunately, that are now just like strings. But the balloons are still blown up. People are still dancing. The next boat from a political party, Pay from the they've got matching umbrellas, but some of them are just devil be care, dancing away in the rain. They got their top hats on, and they don't care. They're also celebrating 10 years of happily marriage, symbolizing the fact that 10 years ago, Holland was the first country in the world to legalize gay marriage. The Pay from the here in their matching wedding outfits. I'm interested to see how many of them are real couples, because it seems like some of the guys are girls and some of the girls are guys. They're dancing away. I wonder how many of these are actual. Now, I'm sure that older couple there is actually married. They are adorable. And this is great because even though it's not part of their boat, they are carrying the SMS AIDS to 4333. They're supporting the AIDS funds as well on their own boat. This is really all together now is what we were talking about, and it's great that a boat is actually supporting another boat as well. Well, I was wearing a light pink suit today, but I think now I'm wearing a dark pink suit because the rain has really blown in from all directions. My lovely agent, Ineke de Geus, is standing next to me holding an umbrella sideways. Her shirt is soaked wet to try and make sure that I am dry, but the shirt she's wearing is quite sheer, and I bet there are a lot of lesbians looking at her right now. I bet she'd wished she'd worn a thicker bra today. Well, she wore a purple one, so it looks good. Thanks for being here, Ineke, and thanks for being one of my umbrella holders. A boat 69 going by now. Look at them with their giant condoms. The SOA Polykliniek, I was talking about health, and the GGD Amsterdam is a health organization really bringing attention to the fact about being safe, going in, getting free condoms, going in and being tested without being judged, not long wait times, not high cost testing. It's really about education and possibilities. And the GGD, the Gezondheidsdienst, the health service here in Holland is great that way. And if there's going to be a breakthrough or a stop of HIV or AIDS, it's probably going to happen in a country like Holland that makes this possible. Well, the rain isn't stopping yet, but it seems to be slowing down a little bit. And as we look to the south right now, the dark clouds seem to be passing overhead. So maybe they have moved on for good. We don't know. We still look like wet cats here. But boy, no one is going to stop. Next boat coming up is the Pabo.nl. They're a company that sells sex toys, stimulants, lingerie, DVDs. You know what I'm talking about, people. We don't want to call it a sex shop. We want to call it a fun shop. And they are definitely having fun. Now, one of the dancers is named Clifford Stein. I gave him lessons years ago, and he's passing by. I've got to wave to him. Here he comes. We'll try. Clifford, here we go. There he is waving right now. Look at the rain can't stop him. He's all wet and he doesn't mind a bit. He's having a great time here on the Pabo boat. They're wearing black shirts but white pants, which means that you're going to be able to see a lot more in a little bit. God bless the rain. That's all I'm saying right now. Thank you, Pabo.nl, for being part of the Gay Pride again. You have a party house, a party bar here in Holland called Jansjes Verjaardag. That means Jansjes birthday, and every day it's Jansjes birthday at Jansjes birthday. Here they are with their private boat. They've been along with us for years. I got to tell you right now, my notes for the boats right now is on a table, soaked wet. I'm hopefully in a minute be able to peel them off and tell you a little bit more about what's going on. But Jansjes Verjaardag, their crew is here to party every year. Not even a gay club, but really they will welcome anyone who wants to have a good time and party. And look at them. They're soaking wet. They're having a great time. They're partying on. Look at them go. Oh, now, great, a lesbian just flashed me her boobies, or maybe she was flashing my agent who's standing behind me. You never know here at the Gay Pride Amsterdam. Well, it seems to me that the worst of the rain is gone. If I'm looking to the direction of the south, it seems to be gone. I'm going to pray for the best right now as the next boat moves closer. This is the Nederlandse Bank, or the Dutch bank, and their theme is Samen bouwen aan vertrouwen. It rhymes well in Dutch, but in English it doesn't. It's building together towards trust. Another organization dedicated to the fact that we have to work together. Gold and glamour is their theme this year. They're dancing away, waving away. Just like every other boat, they're having a great time. Some of them are soaking wet, but they realize, yeah, the rain has stopped and they don't care. It doesn't matter. They're going, oh, we're wet, but we don't care. Oh, I love it. This is exactly what this is all about. Oh, that's great. There's someone on board right now who just waved, who's pointing, saying, I'm listening, I'm listening. They've got, looks like they got Wi-Fi on the boat with a computer, and he's actually watching the internet feed live going, I hear you, I hear you. That's great to know at least one person is watching, by the way. This has been fun. It's been kind of like a non-stop marathon of talking. People who know me probably would go, ah, come on, Mike, that's easy for you. It's a lot harder than you think. But again, Afro and YouTube, thank you so much for this opportunity. We got Sporters Web coming. Gelijk spelen. Pretty much means playing fair, but if you also translate it a little bit further, gelijk is equal. Playing equal is maybe even a better translation. All together, one goal. This is one of the women's football teams here in Holland. Their signs are great. One of them says women with balls. One says potje football. If you were to translate that, it means that you want to have a little game of football, but it also potje means a little lesbian football. There's a television series called Football Vrouwen, meaning football women here in Holland, and their boat says, we are the real football women. Look at them go. These girls are lifting their shirts and all of their bras are soccer balls. That's great. Again, soaking wet, but they're like, hey, the rain's ended. We don't care. I'm trying to tell if the rain stopped or not. It's pretty close. But again, the loyal viewers on the side, they've still got their umbrellas up. It seems that the worst is over. I'm actually going to put my umbrella down in the hope that it's true. I'm going to be optimist and try and be a trendsetter and say if I put my umbrella down, it is going to stop raining. I'm now going to peel through my pages of notes. I've missed several of them. As I said, they're soaking wet. And we're going to talk about the next boat that's coming up. We're at boat 75, which means we're only 6 boats away from the ending of the 2011 edition, the 16th edition of Amsterdam Gay Pride. The boat we got now is Pols and Proud. These are gay men with the HIV virus, but together with a group of volunteers and the HIV Foundation, they're working to make sure that the quality of life doesn't go down for men with HIV. They do this with lots of organization and actions, bringing things into attention. And this year they're having their eerste lustrum, their first lustrum, which means they're celebrating their 5th time in the Gay Pride. Out, proud, working together for a better future, and having a great time. Now, looking down a little bit further, we've got the ASV, or the UvA Pride. The UvA, or the UvA, is the University of Amsterdam, and they have their own organization, the Pride organization. This year they were in the news because a transsexual wanted to get a new graduation diploma because Justus was a woman when he graduated, and on his diploma is his old name and his old sex. Now he's living in America, where he's being hindered in soliciting for new jobs because of his diploma. He asked for a new one with correct information, but he didn't get that. Now, fortunately, the UvA Pride just wouldn't accept it, and finally brought in the entire gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender world in to really fight for what was happening. And yes, Justice got his diploma. Now his new name and his new sex are on it, and he's able to go on. He's not on the boat himself because he lives in America now, but their theme this year is really to bring attention to the fact that this is an important thing. It's something you probably wouldn't think about if you had graduated and felt that you were a man in a woman's body or a woman in a man's body, graduated as a man, had a sex change operation and became a woman. You would want your diploma to reflect that. And luckily, thanks to UvA Pride, the University of Amsterdam Pride, this has become a possibility. Again, another example of Holland leading the way in making being who you are acceptable. Wonderful. Thank you so much, UvA Pride. We're going to watch them as they dance in their graduation uniforms for a bit. They're waving away. The DJs at the back of the boat, they're actually stripping off their clothes to take the dry undergarments they have to wipe off their turntables. Again, a little rain cannot stop the gay pride. It never has, and it never will. It's a typical Dutch rain, it seems. Yeah, you get it for a little while and it moves away, and who knows if it's going to stay this way or move on. We're going to find out together as we get to the last few boats heading our way. I've noticed that there's quite a few boats out of Rotterdam this year, and for two cities that have quite a rivalry, especially when it comes to football, it's quite interesting that there are so many boats from Rotterdam. This is Gay Candy is the name of this boat. The Gay Palace is the disco in the middle of Rotterdam with 4 floors of fun. They got all sorts of different music styles, different kinds of themes, and club nights that make it fun for everyone. They decided that their boat is going to be like a big candy jar. People are candies, and everyone wants a little something yummy every once in a while. Their question tonight is, which piece of candy do you want? If you want first choice, I'd say get to the hoppers quick as we get to the end of the parade, because those boys, I guarantee you, they're going to be heading into the city later. The next boat is Net-So. It's great because Net-So means just so. Net-So is one of the oldest and biggest gay and lesbian volleyball foundations here in the Netherlands. The theme of their boat, of course, is balls, and that's actually what they call their game. And they show a great diversity of nationalities and cultures, which they've underlined with the theme all together now. It doesn't matter what color your balls are, you can come play volleyball with Net-So, whether you're just like that or not. A great theme for all together now. Thank you, Net-So, again, for being part of Gay Pride. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I'm getting to my last page of notes for the boats here at Gay Pride. We got 3 more boats to go before the ending of another great year here at Gay Pride. The boat coming up now is the Kringe. The Kringe has a theme this year, Color Your World, and like 2 other boats, using a song from the musical Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. The Kringe organizes events for more than 120 groups of homos, lesbians, and bisexuals in the entire country to have monthly get-togethers, to have a good conversation and just some fun activities. Today they're going to wave at us and sing to us, and they've got 2 wonderful divas on board, Carmen Electris and Lady Galore, as well as 60 more members of the Kringe. We've had quite a few blow-up men today, not ones you can get in the shop, and much bigger than life-size. BNN, one of the youngest television senders in Holland, always looking ahead and doing great events and making television new and interesting. We're going to cut to Ewout, who's going to try and talk to someone on the BNN boat now. That's good. He's going to try and talk to Koen and Sander. Koen and Sander are two DJs from BNN. And together with their friends, they decided to have their own BN boats during the Canalparade in Amsterdam. The theme is comic book heroes. They're saying again, like everyone, doesn't matter about the rain, they're still having a great time. This seems to be one of the big songs this year, and singing this live is great. Everyone's singing along. Comic book figures, put your hands in the air and wave them. Well, we've managed to get away from the raid. We've seen 80 boats. It's been a lot of fun. There'll still be some more boats coming. But it's been a great night. It's been a great day, excuse me. We hope that lots of people are watching. We're going to actually join some people later and talk and find out what people thought of it. We hope you enjoyed it online. If you're in Holland, we hope you watch it tonight on Nederland 3. My name is Michael Dieterich. Thank you so much for joining us here for the 16th edition of the Canalparade during Amsterdam Gay Pride 2011. I'm Michael Dieterich. Thanks again. I hope to join us next year. Thanks again to Avro and to YouTube once more for making this event possible. Tell your friends, tune in, and hopefully next year we'll see you again.